Welcome and welcome. You know, as you can see, Shubhan and Devashish from another frame. Ashok and Shobik are behind the camera because the wind is too strong. It's literally flying the tripod away. We are in front of it's an interesting location. We are in front of the Cinnamon Life, the Pakistan hotel, right opposite the ITC Ratnori, which is the Indian hotel. Let me toss to Shubhan and Devashish first to give you the news, and then I'll get Shomik and Ashok into the conversation as well. Shubhan and Devashish, both of you, Shubha and Shomik, both of you were telling me Abhishek Sharma is available for the Pakistan game. That's the big news. If Abhishek Sharma gets available, then India's injury problems are almost sorted because Bumrah is back, Chintan Sundar is back, Abhishek Sharma is now becoming available, traveling, but traveling team and play or making himself available for selection. Shubhan, Devashish, before I ask Shomik for a reaction.
Of course, Buriala, I was a bit surprised to see contradictory statements coming from the match. Firstly, at toss, Surya Kumar Yadav said that he might miss a match or two, and that. But at the end of the match, he comes and says that I think, and I quote him, I think he will play the next game. Of course, Abhishek Sharma will travel with the team here to the Colombo when the team reaches here tonight. He will be there with the team, and he has been traveling with the team. It's not like he's not there with the team. He was there in the Delhi game as well. Now that the team is traveling to Colombo, he will be there, and of course, if he's available, then that will be a big boost to the Indian team. What happened?
As Shubhan mentioned, I think that it's a contradictory statement from both Kumar Yadav and Chakravarti, but it goes to and whether Abhishek Sharma indeed turns up for the training session tomorrow, because that will give an indication whether he will be available for Sunday's all-important fixture against Pakistan. But if he doesn't, then obviously it will be a huge setback for the Indian team. But given how Sanju Samson performed in the game in the last game against Namibia, I think that there are hardly any options but to try Sanju Samson and opening the batting with Ishan Kishan.
It's very strong. I'm going to hold the tripod, so I'll get Ashok in after asking this question while I take my turn behind the tripod. And just to show, Ashok, can you just show turn around? That's the Pakistan team hotel. Flags are. You guys see the Sri Lankan flag? You can see Pakistan sense. Costliest in terms of respect. $1 billion spent in building this property. It's not just a hotel. 800 rooms. There is a casino in the second floor, and a Pakistan team hotel. There's a casino in the second floor. Not that the Pakistan players are going. If they go, to hell with them. Doesn't matter because more chances of them to lose. But there are some lovely restaurants, and behind that this water body. All you need to do. Shomik can literally swim across if he wants to and be exploratory. That we will leave for Gargi because Gargism has to be in some time from now. All you need to do is cross and you are in the Indian team hotel. But before that, what's happening with Abhishek Sharma?
See, I mean, what I have heard, what I have been told, brother.
I think they are having
because in fact, Chakravarti, he announced after the game against Namibia, when asked about Varun said he will play the next game. It's very, very likely Abhishek Sharma will be available for the game. We'll keep an eye on the development and we'll continue to give you all the updates.
Ashok, first thoughts.
Absolutely. we also saw him at the yesterday in the match against Namibia. So in certain terms that we have as a team, I mean, notwithstanding what he contributes, it's a huge psychological advantage that the team has, and that is something that the Indian team has not had for quite some time, and so that's going to make a lot of difference. What do you feel?
Yeah, see, I mean, four places in this team of seconds. One position, another is I'm talking about big events, not the bilateral series. Abhishek Sharma, just go from Hardik Pandya and Varun Chakravarti. These four places are sacrosanct. And irrespective of the offense, I yesterday was yesterday the message I released sent out. It said that Abhishek Sharma needs a little bit more time to recover. You can understand when you are, when you had a high fever, you had to be hospitalized. Also, that was for precaution. I mean, they are not taking any chances. But Abhishek Sharma, once again, this power play is very well. Given the nature of the pitches that we play and Abhishek Sharma, I mean, 25 balls of Abhishek Sharma in the power play and Pakistan are down and dusted.
Okay, so I'll turn this over to Shubhayan. Shubhayan, what are your thoughts? First thoughts in terms of what Kamik said in terms of the power play, and we saw that in the match versus Namibia. What's your take versus Pakistan? How crucial is that going to be?
I think see power play is going to define how the Indian team what score Indian team is posing out there, and not only for India. I think power play has been one of the stronger points for Pakistan's batting as well. Shaib Zada Farhan is in really good touch. He has been scoring runs. Even in the last match, he scored a half century. So for Pakistan, Shaib Zada Farhan is looking good. For India, in case Abhishek Sharma plays, although he has lost a bit of weight, in the week or so, in the last week or so. So that might affect his power, his hand-eye coordination weakness is something. If you are dealing with, then it affects your performance. No doubt about it. But in case Abhishek plays also, Abhishek or Ishan Sanju, the team will be dependent on them, and that has been India's forefront of this ultra aggressive brand of cricket. Go strong in the power play, score big truckloads of runs, because you don't know how post the power play when Usman Tariq comes into the play, how those 4 overs are going to pan out. So it's better to cash it out against Shaheen Afridi, cash it out against other pace bowlers, and maximize the power play for both India and Pakistan. Maximizing the power play will be the focus. And once you are off to a good start, then it allows your middle order also to go hard against the bowlers. In case India are 60 for no loss in power play, or 70 for no loss in power play, then they can easily target a score of 220 plus, and 220 plus India Pakistan game. It's always going to give you that psychological advantage. So power play for both the teams is going to be the crucial element in this match. Ashok and Nurera, what do you think?
Yeah, I also think the same, Subhayan. I think they are having.
Rohan, by the time they are setting up the frame, ठीक है.
Yeah, it's better. It's a lot better now. Boria, it's a lot better now.
ठीक है, अच्छा.
Yeah, I also think the same, because means I think India needs to cash in on the power play. Means given the starts, both Ishan Sharma, Sanju Samson, and Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson, and Ishan Kishan have been giving. I think power play is going to make a difference.
I think
Means obviously
once again,
the few wickets, anything around 70 will be crucial. Shubham, because you have to keep that tempo. Obviously, if you consider the wicket here at Premadasa, we have seen there are not much runs that have been scored. Means obviously, at the average bar score will be 170 or 180. I think 170 or 180 would be a good score, but it would be interesting whether India going with an extra spinner. That will be very crucial. Whether India going with an extra spinner, given that the the wickets here at Premadasa has not been conducive to fast bowlers, I would say.
You're on mute. You
You are
guys
on
are on
mute.
mute. Mute, mute, mute. You guys are on mute. Anyway, I think they are facing some technical issues, so we'll continue from there. Devashida, of course, we talked about the power play. Abhishek, Ishan Kishan, and of course Sanju Samson in the last game playing a short cameo there. But how important will be the middle order there in the Asia Cup? We saw similar conditions were there, similar pitches were there. Uh, Dubai pitches. It is similar to Colombo wicket. Spinners are going to play a role against Pakistan's middle order where Salman Agha, Babar Azam, these two players are struggling. How important do you think will be playing Kuldeep Yadav and fitting in Kuldeep Yadav into the playing 11? Your number one spinner, no doubt.
But only thing that concerns me, Shubhan, if you go in with a Kuldeep Yadav, you have to sacrifice a fast bowler. In that
Arshdeep
case,
Singh.
Arshdeep Singh. In that case, Arshdeep Singh. But yeah,
But then you have the options of Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, and even Shivam Dube.
I think we three of us.
uh, would you rather go with the other because then your batting won't be it a bit weak. Your tail with Varun Chakravarti, Jasprit Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, your tail becomes big.
It does becomes big, but then you have the option of restricting the Pakistani batters to 20-30 runs less than what you would be conceding in a normal
Yeah,
circumstance.
and with Kuldeep you can rely that you won't be
And the statistic psychological advantage
exactly
Kuldeep has over
he did
Pakistan.
well in the Asia Cup as well. So I think that will be very crucial with Varun Chakravarti. We have already seen Subhan Varun Chakravarti in this format is unplayable. Some number one T20 bowler. So the onus will be on the Indians and also let's if it's obviously he can be flexible with the batting order. So India does have the obviously the balance, but whether they go in with an extra spinner, that is going to differ. That is going to be crucial, but it all depends how the wicket is going to behave.
Absolutely, and of course, this is going to be a very crucial element, and hopefully Gautam Gambhir and the entire team management nail this part of the selection process. Nail on rain threat for the match. Yes, it is pretty real. Rain threat is pretty real. Right now, it is pretty hot and sunny. It feels like we are sitting in actual Sri Lanka. It is typical Sri Lankan weather, hot, humid, and it is feeling like proper summers right now. But during the evening, what we have been witnessing since last evening and what we have been hearing for the last few days as well, after sunset, things start to become get tricky. Rain, drizzle,
But
spells of showers.
what we have witnessed, Kuman, you has not played a huge part here in
No, because
Premadas.
it has been overcast, it has been rainy, so dew has not come up in that regard. But rain is going to be an aspect which could hamper the game on that day. I'm not saying it is going to be a washout, but a stop-start game can frustrate both the teams, can frustrate their tactics, can frustrate the batters, fielders, bowlers, whoever is in the momentum. But and we have been talking about it. How ironical would it be, Devashita, after all this drama of Pakistan saying no, we won't play India, Pakistan, after all the back channel negotiations, after Pakistan taking a U-turn, team coming here, team agreeing to play the India-Pakistan game. What happens if it is a washout? It will be an absolute
And
bummer.
yeah, absolutely. And now not only it will be a dampener for the cricketers, even the fans who have travelled all the way, spending huge amount of money for flights, for hotel bookings, and also the tickets.
It is expensive.
So it is very
Generally, a return flight from any major city in India, if you come to Colombo and go back, it will cost you around 20-25,000. But right now, 80,000, 90,000 plus lakh. It is insane how the fare has gone up since Pakistan government gave the clearance to the Pakistan team for the 50th game. So for fans, it is going to be a damn.
yeah, absolutely, and also I think Shubhain, if we talk a bit about Pakistan, I think the onus will be on Shahid Jada Farhan, given the form he has been in. If he can continue with his form at the start, means obviously And but once again, Babar Azam, yes, he scored a 50 in the last game against USA, but um, always there's a talk about his strike rate. So the key for Pakistan will be to maintain that strike rate because you cannot challenge this Indian batting if you post anywhere around 160, 170 because that will be easy. I mean, obviously, we are not estimating the Pakistani bowlers, but obviously Pakistan will have to bat out of their skins to pose a competitive total against this Indian batting. Means obviously any team that challenges India, they need to score big total. Means obviously you cannot just expect to score 160, 170 and be confident about defending that total. But
Yes, Devashish, I think see Shahizada Farhan has scored runs for Pakistan. Down the order, Fahim Ashraf has been in really good touch. But again, we have to see the teams they have played in the tournament so far. Netherlands and USA. Both are associate nations, both are minnows. USA did defeat them in the last World Cup, but again, quality-wise, you know the difference between a Pakistan and a Netherlands or a Pakistan or a USA. Netherlands pushed them to the brink. It could have been a game which Netherlands could have won had Maxwell out picked up that catch. But again, that's something which is a different topic altogether. But again, playing a Jasprit Bumrah, playing a Saurabh Netrawalkar, it's completely different ball game. Playing a Harmeet Singh, playing a Varun Chakravarti or a Kuldeep Yadav, it's a different ball game altogether. Pakistani batters, we saw how they were failing to pick Varun Chakravarti or even Kuldeep Yadav in the Asia Cup. I think these two spinners in particular would be the key for the Indian bowler and Indian team and Akshar Patel also. We can't forget his contributions also left arm spin. He brings a different angle. And now that brings me to another topic, and I would like you guys to also comment down below. Since Rinku Singh has not really picked up his finishing touches, or he has not really hit the form in the T20 World Cup, and with the pitch being slightly on the sluggish side, is what we are being told right now. Do you think playing Washington Sundar is going to be a wiser option in place of Rinku Singh? Yes, he is not the same finisher as Rinku Singh, but in Colombo track he's going to bring you another 4
so
overs of
you
spin.
mean to say that India should go in means India can perhaps experiment with four spinners? I think that is one too many.
They did the same in Asia Cup.
Interesting.
They did the same in Asia Cup, right?
Interesting, very
They
interesting,
did the
very
same in
interesting.
Asia Cup. Rinku Singh did not play all of the game apart from the last game where one of the players got injured. But Hardik Pandya got injured. That is where Rinku Singh got the opportunity. Otherwise, Rinku Singh was warming up the bench. Arshdeep Singh was not playing. It was Hardik Pandya, it was Jasprit Bumrah who was sharing the new ball. Not even the new ball. Jasprit Bumrah was bowling three in the power play in that tournament. Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya were bowling in the power play. Shivam Dube was being used as the middle over in force and trying to hit his middle slowish medium pace, and of course the four spinners in Washington Sundar Dev. Boryada, I was you can listen to us if you can hear us.
Yes, I can. Easy. Yeah. Go
Boryada,
on.
one topic we are discussing. Of course, we talked about India certainly going for Kuldeep Yadav in the playing level in place of possibly in place of Arshdeep Singh. But my question to you is, since Rinku Singh has not really hit form, do you think playing Washington Sundar in place of Rinku Singh could be an option? Four spinners, same template as Asia Cup. Give the new ball to Hardik and Bumrah. Give your Shivam Dube as your middle over slow medium pace option, and you have your 16 overs of spin bowling available against the Pakistan who are not used to hitting power hitting against spin bowling. What's your thoughts on
Yeah, this is actually a question that was asked of me at the 10 a.m. show. A number of our viewers asked this, and I think it's a very, very fair point. Washington Sundar coming in for Rinku Singh. You have seen what Washington Sundar has done in Australia. You have seen that he can kind of accelerate towards the end. In wickets like this, where Shomik was saying that he's covered a couple of games, as the match progresses, the ball is keeping a tad low, getting a little slow. So for Washington Sundar to kind of come into that 11, it makes a decent amount of sense there that Washington Sundar will bowl a couple of overs. Also, Kuldeep Yadav for Ashdeep Singh. These are important questions. And frankly, India has the abundance of riches to try and do this. They can do this. There are, Shubhan, your audio was a bit problematic. There are some people are saying, what is the point of doing it from outside? Folks, we are trying to see if we can. If we are, obviously it will be. This is the first day the live was an issue. We will sort that out. Don't worry about it. We were trying it out. Our frame wasn't the best, and the wind is so strong that we found it problematic. Having said that, what we will now do is we will try and ensure that we do live from indoors and recorded shows from outdoors, because that will make our job much easier. Coming to Shubhan's question, I think it's a very fair call. But will India go in with four spinners? Uh, will that kind of make it a tad too spinner heavy? Or if you go in with four spinners, different kind of spinners, Aksar Patel, left arm, Varun, Mystery, Kuldeep Yadav, left arm, or that left arm wrist spin, which is
Same,
rare. And obviously you have this guy, Washington Sundar. Yes, Shubhan.
same template as Asia Cup. 4 spinners, 2 proper pacers, and Shivam Dubey.
And Kuldeep Yadav, Devashish, Shubhan, both of you, Kuldeep Yadav has an excellent record against Pakistan. How do you ignore that? He has forever played a big hand. Even in the Asia Cup final, if you remember, first 2 overs went for 16-20 runs, and then that guy comes back and picks 3-4 wickets. Even in that match against Sri Lanka, it will be, some. So Kuldeep Yadav, from that Babar Azam delivery in Manchester, every time he has played against Pakistan, he has had impact. Shubhan, Devashish, question for you. Do you kind of reckon that these psychological things also come into play when you
Yeah,
pick a team that this guy has done well?
yeah, I would say for India means going in with both Kuldeep and Varun Chakrabarti, because Pakistani batters will struggle, as was the case in Asia Cup. So I think it won't be a bad idea to try and go in with four spinners, because see, Bodiada, if you ask, means irrespective of the result, it's not. It is worth a try and experiment in earlier in the stages, because you don't want to try and experiment in Super 8 matches, because this is, yes, you might argue that, oh, come on, you are experimenting for a game against Pakistan, and what happens if India goes on to lose? Yes, that is also a point to be taken, but yes, it's always worth taking Kuldeep Yadav, because he will. Yes, he might go for a run, but he will also give you those wickets. He's a wicket-taking bowler along with Varun Chakrabarti. So I think it won't be a bad idea, perhaps, to try all these three spinners. But whether to go in with what concerns me, yes, Shubhayan mentioned that India went in with four spinners in Asia Cup. I think it's a one spinner too many. If you go in with four spinners, I think it's one spinner too many. In that case, rather, obviously you have a Hardik Pandey, you have a and Shivam Dubey. So I think it won't be a bad idea, to get to going three spinners rather than playing an extra spinner in Washington. But then you also have to drop someone. In the case, Rinku Singh.
The point is that Rinku has failed to get so far. Why not give him a break? Because it's not the best of batting conditions. So why not Washington Sundar, who can 10, 15 runs with the ball? Yes,
Shubhan, again, there is an audio issue there. There is an audio issue. What is happening is both your and Devashish's audio is kind of breaking up. So it's coming and going. Maybe because it's from outside, with the wind very strong, the audio is kind of coming and going. That's what the viewers are complaining about as well. পরিষ্কার হচ্ছে না অডিওটা।
I think now
is
মাইক্রোফোনটা
it
খুলে বল একবার, মাইক্রোফোনটা খুলে বল।
is it better now?
Now it's the same. I mean, what is happening is at times it's clear, at times it is not. So that's what is kind of happening. That's what is. So basically, what we need to do is we need to do the lives from indoors and do our recordings from outside, or do a two-member frame. Let's not try the 5-6 people thing, because it's not working from outside. So from practice today, let us kind of divide and do. Anyway, last couple of questions before I let you go, and then I can just take it and continue, because I'm indoors. The Wi-Fi will also be working fine. Shubhan, this one, I mean, are you a tad worried that in both the games the Indian batting did not really take off? I mean, yesterday also 90 for one or two in the first six, and then you ended up with 210 against Namibia, not a 250. And that template isn't kind of working. Is that a concern for both of you?
Korea, see, India's Gautam Gambhir has come into the system. This ultra aggressive style of play, you have hardly seen the entire batting unit. It's either it's been a very Abhishek Sharma reliant batting unit when Surya Kumar Yadav was out of form, or it was always lower middle order Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, these guys bailing you out time and time again. But as long as at least two three batters are clicking, I think this Indian team will fare better because they will cross the 200 run mark, and it will give your bowler a healthy space to operate and defend the target. Chasing wise, I think Indian team is one of the best, so it is not a concern. But batting first, it has been very Abhishek Sharma heavy reliant, and now since Ishan Kishan has also come in. The burden has shared a bit. Surya has come back into form, so it is either the top order who is performing or the lower middle order which is performing. It's not the entire batting unit that is performing together. So that has been the template of the Indian. I'm not worried about India's batting because, as I said, it only requires two or three players in this style to click, play the play at least 12, 13 overs out of the 20. And in case your two three batters are playing 12, 13 overs, I think India will be in a very strong position against what I feel is a very okayish Pakistan bowling attack. Korea,
Bodega,
you
you're
are
on
on
mute,
mute.
mute, mute. You are on mute,
Again on mute.
mute.
Same question for you, Devashish, before I kind of close the show. Same question.
Yeah, I
Are you seeing worried about the batting?
point. Obviously, in one of the earlier press conference, Surya Kumar did say that it is basically two batters who needs to score big. In a format like this, you want at least couple of batters to score at least 40, 50 runs. If you have such kind of performance from any of the two top order batters, India will invariably score 150 plus. Means on any given day. Means so I think and in this case the onus will be on that middle order. Yes, we know the template that has been set by the openers. They will go slam bang right from the word go. But I think Tilak Verma has a very important role in this batting lineup, Murita. If you ask me, Tilak Verma could be the anchor for India. Yes, you might argue that is there a need for an anchor, but Tilak Verma can accelerate. And so I think it's very important for Tilak Verma and followed by the all-rounders in Hardik Pandya, Shivam Dubey and Akshar Patel. So those three batters in the middle order along with Tilak Verma will be very, very important. And also who can forget Surya Kumar Yadav, we have already seen in the series against New Zealand. So it is basically boils down to two batters who needs to stay there at least till the 14th, 15th over. If they can stay there for the 14th, 15th over, India will invariably post a formidable total, I think.
Yeah, let's kind of close this show on that note. Shubha and Devashish, thank you for joining me. I'll kind of continue for a five. You guys can go and in fact come back to the hotel. Then we can all kind of plan from there. Thank you very much. Thanks Shubha and thanks Devashish. Let me take the questions because there are a lot of questions. Rohan, you can kind of switch to only my frame, please. Yeah. Let me take all the questions because there are quite a few questions, and I hope my audio is clear. Rohan, if you could WhatsApp me if my audio is absolutely clear, please. Please don't be late. Somebody says we weren't late. We were trying to figure out this frame. We were all outside. It is pretty hot. We were trying to figure out if all of us could fit into the frame or if we need to do this, can we do a live from outside? Are the internet connections good enough? Because from the room, we've now figured it out. So that's easy to do. So that's why we were a couple of minutes late, but nothing more. Relax, it's a good batting pitch. Not exactly. Shomik has been covering the games here, and what he tells me is towards the end, it is tapering down. It's kind of keeping low. It's kind of also getting a little slower. That's what you told me. That's what Shomik told me. And it's not exactly the best batting pitch. Not sure who gave this idea of fielding first to Australia. They're in trouble now. If they don't restrict Zimbabwe below 170, they will be in trouble. Yes, very fair call. Very fair call. That and plus, Australia not without not with their captain, and that's a big problem. Rohan tells me perfect audio from inside, so that is what we will do. We will not take the chance of doing lives from outside. And Zimbabwe 150 for two in 18, which means they can easily get to 170, 75 in the last two and can push Australia, is my understanding. Freaking awesome. Good question there. Too windy, so sometimes audio is not the best. Yes, you're absolutely right. And even wind cancellation microphones weren't really working. We were using DJIs, but even wind cancellation microphones weren't really working. These are all lessons. Today is the first live. There will be many more during the afternoon, and the evening, late into the night as well, because the build-up has started. Pakistan is practicing in the evening. India is coming in today. Rohit and Gargi also joining the team here. Ashok has come in about 3 hours back. Shomik, myself, Shubhan and Devashish came in yesterday. So you will have a huge amount of coverage from here. So these are these little things. It's like the Indian batting order. We are, refining everything. I tried sending Shomik as pinch hitter. That's why he was here earlier. He's acclimatized. He's better than Pakistan. He is used to the conditions. We flew Ashok in, much like, you have to understand. Jasprit Bumrah was out with an injury. Now he's straight back from Dubai. So the team is getting strengthened. Devashish and Shubhan, our two spinners are in sync. They will bowl well. These are well-traveled journalists. So we got the two of them in. And now, last minute, as Gargi and Rohit Juglan, Abhishek Sharma got released from hospital. So we straight away got the two of them from the match here. So you have to understand, Team Rev Sports is much like Team India. 7 people from different parts of the country all assembling in Colombo. So you will have a hit and miss. Sanju Samson was tried, Shubman Gill was tried. People had to change, right? So we will also change our audio, change our live locations a little bit. Don't be harsh with us. Don't worry, because this is all in good faith. We are trying to get you the best, and we will get you the best because we have a team that is the best. It's as simple as that. Let me take a lot more questions now. Good for India. How conveniently Pakistan has been given only at SSC so that India and Pakistan are equally exposed to the RPS pitch. My friend, there is something called training. There is something called practice. Okay? Pakistan has had multiple sessions of practice at the Premadasa. How many times have Pakistan practiced?
Premadasa. Premadasa, I think their first practice session is today, Premadasa. Because before this, they were
practicing at SSC. Conditions are similar.
They are practicing at Colombo Cricket Club, which is adjacent to SSC. And conditions are not very similar in the sense at SSC, initially the ball nips around a bit.
Okay, but how much difference? So is this you reckon being done to even things out, or because the other games were being played at the Premadasa?
No, actually, they will have a good feel. I mean, see, at the end of the day...
See, fact is, Pakistan has been here for the longest time. If you ask me the same question, India did not practice at the Dubai International Stadium. India was practicing at the ICC Academy. So let's be clear. You will make the comparison with the Champions Trophy. With the Champions Trophy, it doesn't really work because Pakistan got the same advantage that India had last year. India was practicing in Dubai, but they were practicing in the ICC Academy, not in the Dubai International Stadium. Pakistan is in Colombo. They will have a practice session. By the way, even Premadasa, they had one extra practice session. They are training today evening 6 to 9. They are practicing tomorrow between 2 and 5. India is practicing only once between 6 and 9. So even in terms of the Premadasa, Pakistan has an additional practice session. Plus, they have been here. So this question of very conveniently Pakistan has been given bad and India has been given good is complete nonsense. I hope it is absolutely
and
clear.
They came on second, so they had an extended...
Obviously, they came on second, much like India was in Dubai last time round. Okay, can't hear. The audio issues have been sorted. Less windy area would probably make it better for the sound. These are older questions. I think all of that has now been understood and sorted. All of that has been understood and sorted. Rinku and Sundar should be in 11 and Aksar should be out. I don't think that's the case. If anyone needs to be out, that has to be Rinku, because Rinku in the games that we have seen so far hasn't really looked the part to me. And that's something that we have to sort out. Will India continue with Rinku? Will India get Washington Sundar in his place? Aksar, even yesterday, Aksar has to contribute with the ball, and he can, plus lower down the order, or he can be pushed up the order as well. So I don't see Aksar being left out under any circumstance. Singh Dev, chasing team will have advantage. High chance of collapse. I don't think so. Plus, Shomik made this point yesterday that all of the days he has been here, or most recently, there is no dew. And without any dew, the team that is bowling second doesn't have a disadvantage. So that dew factor is taken away. So the chasing team having an advantage that you have seen in many Indian grounds is not the case anymore in Sri Lanka. So we want to make that point very clearly. Pakistan and Afghanistan put same group, both match happened. Pakistan and Afghanistan in group stages, India, Pakistan in Super 8. Come again? If Pakistan and Afghanistan put same group, both match happened. Pakistan and Afghanistan in group stage. Acha, you're saying put Pakistan and Afghanistan in the group stages and India and Pakistan in the Super 8. Yeah, that is a possibility for the ICC for sure. Not in this World Cup, but going forward, that is certainly a possibility. Team Rev Sports like Avengers Assemble. You guys rock. Yes, we do, and because of you guys, because as you have seen, I mean, the team has grown from a team of 4 to a team of 55, and now with the studio, more. But look at the kind of on ground presence that we have now been able to create. The Trailblazers conclave, once in a lifetime kind of conclave this year. So absolutely, and the idea is to bring the best possible things. We will experiment like we did today. The experiment didn't work. That's a different matter. It will. India tried Shubman Gill. Did it work? It did not work. That does not mean that you stop experimentation. 2 days before the match, we won't experiment. Tomorrow and day after, we won't. So we will get it right, much like the Indian playing 11. Don't worry. Time for me to close the show, but plenty coming your way. Sudden batting collapse in batting is scaring me. I don't think so. That's the question I was asking of Shubhan. First game, I think India misunderstood the conditions. Second game, you still got a 210. And you know what? When you're playing a team like Namibia, at the back of your mind, we've got to 200, we're winning. We've got a 190 score, we're winning. 210 done. A match against Pakistan and the intensity is profoundly different. You've got to understand all this. It is People can say we take every match seriously. Now, if anybody comes and tells you that a Namibia game and the Pakistan game is the same, that fellow's lying. It can't be. A Pakistan match can't be the same as a Namibia match. Okay, and time for me to end the show. I don't know how I should put it. Shomik comes to me and with a cheeky smile tells me that there's a guard dog at the as part of this hotel at the Cinnamon Life, and the Labrador, beautiful looking Labrador, his name is Brutus. So we didn't say much. We are also saying Brutus is an honorable man. What does that mean? The interpretation is on you guys. This is the Pakistan team hotel. The Labrador that is guarding the team hotel is called Brutus. The interpretation is on you guys. We are not saying any more. Ashok is smiling. Shomik is smiling. I don't think I should say more. I will leave it at that. That Brutus is guarding the Pakistan team hotel. As far as Brutus is concerned, he is an honorable man. We know that. We know our Julius Caesar. And how interesting is it? Somebody will come and surely tell me this is an Indian plant. Could well be. Could well be. I am not taking that punt at all. But that's the reality. At every sort of nook and cranny of Colombo, there is a story somewhere. That's the whole spectacle that India-Pakistan is. And this build-up will keep continuing on Rev Sports. And trust me, we will get our audio sorted. We've already got it sorted. We've understood what we need to do. Don't you worry. Maximum coverage, maximum nuance on this particular platform. Thank you very much for watching.